I'm Toni Fort. I'm the manager of the community garden at Grace Lutheran Church.
And I'm Lucy Neely, and I'm an AmeriCorps Vista at the Gardens Project. And we're going to talk to Toni about her experiences in a community garden. So, Toni, could you tell me about the community garden you're a part of?
Well, we have a space, an unused space behind Grace Lutheran Church was converted to a community garden, and we have about 10 or 12 gardeners out there right now, and it's developing really nicely.
Completely agree. How is Grace Lutheran's nature as a faith-based organization influential in starting this community garden?
Oh, totally, because that was the whole idea around converting that empty space to a garden was, to be good stewards of the land, good citizens, as far as, ecology of using our property well, but also social ecology, making the land available to the neighbors around. We have a lot of low-income apartments around people that could use to grow food, but they don't have like a yard or anything. So we wanted to make that available to people.
Yeah, absolutely. So Grace Lutheran is sort of a pioneer in Ukiah in terms of a faith-based organization that has a community garden. What do you think Grace Lutheran could offer other faith-based organizations who might want to do the same?
Well, we didn't really realize we were pioneers in doing this when we got started, but are realizing now that we have the only garden in our area. Of course, I've been in other communities, and it's quite common, but in Ukiah, ours is the first, and I hope it's the first of many. I have approached a couple of other community faith-based organizations about developing this garden concept, so I hope it's something that will grow.
Yeah, and maybe Grace Lutheran can serve as a model to...
Well, I think we would be able to give people a lot of support in the same way that the Mendocino Gardens Project was really helpful to us in getting started. I don't really think we would have gotten started without them, and it can be kind of overwhelming. And
yeah.
We're available to help other people that want to get started.
Yeah. So, how did the Gardens Project help the Grace Lutheran Community Garden start?
First of all, our leadership was a little bit hesitant to get going, but when we explained that we wouldn't be doing this on our own, and that there would be people that would have expertise about irrigation systems and the legalities and how to manage the groups and stuff, that was actually probably the tipping point of our leadership making the decision to get involved.
And then, in terms of infrastructure or anything like that?
What do you mean?
Like installing the garden physically? Did the Gardens Project help?
Oh yeah, I didn't know anything about drip irrigation systems. I've been, because of the water shortages and stuff, I've been hearing a lot more about it, but didn't really know that much about it. I went down to the hardware store and looked at the stuff, but just knowing that they would be sending staff when we installed it was really comforting.
And now you're a drip irrigation expert.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you are. Did you garden before you started at Grace Lutheran?
I've always wanted to. I have only grown like ornamental, garden plants before, because the house where I live has no light, very poor soil and just no light at all. And so I was really happy to have the opportunity to have some land and learn how to grow food.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your favorite part about working in the garden?
Well, that's hard to say. I really like meeting the other gardeners and learning from them, because I've actually never grown anything successfully before in my life, and a lot of our gardeners have a lot of experience. They know a lot about gardening, and so they've been really helpful. I really like learning from them, and I like I like visioning the garden, because right now we have the basic garden and people are growing food, but I really have kind of a vision of developing the peripheries of it and having it be an open space so that people in the community can just come and sit and look at what's going on. So that's what I like about it.
Absolutely. What does Grace Lutheran need to improve as a community garden?
Well, I think really they need a little bit more buy-in from the members. The church has been very supportive in terms of, you know, putting in faucets, and if you need donations of anything, they're right there, or even financial. They donate the land, they donate the water. But what we really need is some more gardeners, because I want to be sure that it's a permanent part of the community. I don't want, you know, if I move out of the area, I don't want the gardening, I want succession planning, so that it'll always be a part of their ministries. So I'm hoping to develop some other folks that can take on more.
Absolutely. And what's your favorite vegetable and why?
I will say that since I have been involved in doing this garden, I have eaten a lot of things that I've never seen before and cannot pronounce. But my favorite really is the tomato, because they're so fun to grow and give away. Because last summer I grew like mountains of tomatoes, and I just went out through the neighborhood and said, "Do you want some tomatoes? Do you want some tomatoes?" And people are always happy to get them.
Yeah.
I like growing food and giving it away.
Yeah. So thank you, Toni. I personally am one of the gardeners at the Grace Lutheran Community Garden, and Toni has done so much as a garden coordinator to help keep it going and make it strong. So from all the people at the Gardens Project, thank you, Toni.
Thank you for your help, and I'm so glad to have the AmeriCorps workers here. They've been a really great help.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. It's a wrap.